Hey, how's it going? This is Mythos Boba, and today we are taking a look at the Hot Toys Ahsoka Tano, and we are going to be rewiring her hood. So yeah guys, no messing around, let's get straight into this, let's go. So here she is, Ahsoka Tano, looking awesome, but let's just check out her hood. Let's just get it up here and you will see what I mean guys, why I want to rewire this hood. As I've been getting some photos of it, I've been trying to get it in position and it's just kind of bouncing up like this. I just can't get it to lay how I want. I want it to kind of sit like that so it looks like it's naturally hanging, but it just keeps popping up as the wire isn't strong enough. Alright then, so let's just get this cloak removed and check it out. Now this hood is wired all the way around, and as you can see, it's got a bit of flex to it, but it just doesn't stay in place as it's not very strong. And now I'm just double checking whether this is stitched all the way around, and I can't see any stitching, so it just must be glued in place. Right, it comes all the way down guys, and I'm going to make a little hole here because that's the end of the wire, and I can grab the wire and pull it out of that end. Just going to use this pin to make the hole. It's very strong and sharp, maybe a little too sharp, but this fabric does have a big weave in there, so oops, just poked it through, but just be careful. You just need to make a hole big enough just to grab the wire, and there we go. Made a little hole, grabbed the wire, and we just got to pull that out now guys. Oh, hang on guys. Wait a minute guys. I've just thought, as you can see on this end, the end of the wire is folded over just so there's not a sharp point. That will be the same on the other end of the wire, so make sure before you start pulling out the wire, just to kind of have a little work inside the hood there, just to try and maybe get the wire at the end unbent, because you don't want to pull and potentially, you know, rip the fabric or something. But there we go guys, as you can see, that was quite easy to remove. You can see both ends are unbent there. And yeah, if you check this wire out guys, I'm not really sure why they use such thin wire, because that is very thin and you can't really keep the poses you want using that thin wire. I've got a medium sized one here and also a girthy thick wire. As you can see the difference there, really different. This strong one is really great. It's very strong and pliable. You can really get some good positions with it with no bother at all, but I think it's just too thick. This medium one, same, very pliable. You can get some awesome poses with it. I think I'm going to go with this one. Alright guys, so as I said, we're going to need some pliers because the end is pointy. We don't want it to be pointy, so we're just going to bend this end around just with the little end of the pliers. Should look something like that, and then if you use your pliers or the flat piece of the pliers, you can just squash it together and that'll give a nice rounded end to your wire. That will just save any risk of it poking through the hood. Now instead of that pin, I'm just going to use this like barbecue skewer just to make a hole. I think the pin was quite sharp, wasn't it? So that just gives me enough room to slide the wire in, and I'm just going to work it all the way around the hood, which is proving quite tough, tougher than I thought, but as we can see here, it's glued in place like this, and I think I've figured out why I've been having a little bit of trouble getting this wire around the hood. As you can see, this side here is open as well, the wire is showing. So it didn't go as planned, but that's no problem at all. I can add that piece of wire in there, and I can just add a little bit of glue on here, and that will just fix all that. It's all okay, my dudes. Check this out. So what I've realised while doing this, I thought the hood was going to be like this. Just imagine this masking tape piece here is the glue strip. I thought the wire was going to be there, curved over the wire, and I thought there was going to be a gap where the wire could slide in and out, but that's not the case. It's more like this. The piece of wire is on the glue strip and it's bent over and it's stuck in place. That's why I was having mega trouble sliding the wire through. So if you want, you can start by undoing the full hood and then re-gluing it all together just like it was. This Feeblings Leathercraft cement is very, very good. Just using a little spatula to apply it. Although it says Leathercraft, it's really good, this stuff, because although it looks really white there, it dries super strong and also clear. Like, you will literally never see this glue has been applied. As you can see there, it's a little bit white. No problem at all, not worried, because like I say, it's going to dry super clear and it's very, very strong. And that piece is just caught there, but I'm just going to free it, open this all up, and then I'm just going to add glue around that whole piece. And to be honest, I wish I'd known this at the start, because I could have just glued the whole hood. I'm just getting the end here, guys, and we're just going to snip that, and then the same as the other end, I'm going to curl over the end, so once again it's not a sharp point, a nice smooth end. Squash that piece down, and there we go. And just add my Leathercraft glue on here. I mean, whichever glue works for you guys, you can kind of use what you want. I'm just recommending that because I've used it for years and know it's very, very good. That bottle of what I had was huge, but you can just get smaller bottles. What I'll do, guys, is I'll add everything you need for this in the description of this video. I will add a small bottle of that. I think it's maybe from Amazon. I haven't looked yet, but I will add that in the description, so go and check that out if you want to buy some of that. And there we go, very, very strong. It takes no time to go off. Just squishing all that down, and then that hood is done. Boom, there we go, all done. All glued and ready to go. Let's get it on Ahsoka. All dry. So I'm just gonna get this back on Ahsoka and fiddle on trying to get it on her head here. It's probably an awkward way to fit her cloak back onto her. I just find it kind of hard to get her rear head tail thing back down the neck hole. So this is the way I do it. People are probably laughing at me right now, but never mind. There we go, back on Ahsoka. Let's just get her hood up. And there we go, straight away. You can already see the wire is very strong. So yeah, I'm just going to try and curve this down to look like it's naturally hanging. And as you can see, it just stays where you put it, really. And that is looking cool. Although, I don't really like this bit actually. I'm going to try and move these bottom bits backwards and this over the top. Just kind of like this. I think that will give it a much more natural look to it, like it's really hanging and sitting on her shoulders. And I am loving that. Although you've got to watch with a strong wire just to kind of get any kinks out and make sure it's smooth. And there we go, Ahsoka is looking awesome. I also have to just point out how good this fits on her head tails because of the way Hot Toys have actually made this cloak. The seam down here, both sides, it just adds a nice little point to the hood and it sits so well on her head. Just a small little detail, but super awesome. Alright guys, if you want to get the hood down, just make sure to unkink the pieces that have been kinked, just so it looks nice and smooth and like how it would naturally fall. So there we go guys, Ahsoka's hood is all rewired. Well, thank you so much for watching everyone. It was just a quick little trick that I wanted to do for myself, but I thought I'll make a video so if you wanted to do it as well, you could give it a go. I'm going to link all of the things you need to do this down in the description below. And guys, if you've liked this video, drop a like. I hate asking to do this kind of stuff, but we need to, don't we, as I'm trying to grow the channel. And if you've liked this, I'm going to be doing more things like this too. I've got a Luke Skywalker video coming up and plenty of other things as well, so make sure you stick around, hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much guys. I will see you in the next one.